As an Anon, our movement has never believed in government, because not only does it breed corruption, but it's always been a centralized system that will overreach any chance it gets. But 250 years ago, our ancestors drew a line in the sand against this system, to try and make it an even balance between a centralized crown and the citizens, and they began documenting a long train of abuses from that centralized overreach, throughout the Declaration of Independence. They explicitly declared that when a system becomes a destructive design of absolute despotism, it's our right as the citizens and our absolute duty, to throw off that government and build new guards for our security. Today, the names have changed, but the apparatus of centralized control remains almost identical. Just look at the exact evidence of the historical grievances written compared to what we're witnessing right now under Trump's executive expansion. The Declaration condemned the king because he made judges dependent on his will alone, and today, we watch the executive apparatus deliberately capture the judiciary, appointing loyalists to ensure the system's courts protect the rulers rather than the civilians. The Declaration fought back because the Crown erected a multitude of new offices, and sent hither swarms of officers to harass the people, and today, the centralized state enforces its will, through weaponized federal agencies and counterterrorism protocols designed to label everyday dissent as domestic terror, unleashing modern swarms to police our lives. The Declaration rebelled against the king for cutting off our trade with all parts of the world and imposing taxes without our consent, and today, we face sweeping, unilateral executive tariffs, massive taxes imposed by a single man bypassing any legislative consent, restricting the natural right of human beings to trade freely. The system wants us trapped in a false binary, and they want us fighting over whether Trump is a tyrant to be feared or a liberator to be followed. But as anarchists, we see through the entire illusion. A top-down system cannot liberate you, and changing the master of a corrupt cage doesn't make you free. And now we have only two paths forward. We can either step up against this deeply corrupted, centralized infrastructure, and try to dismantle it from within, or we do what the state fears most, and we look past their narratives, walk away from their institutions, and build our own entirely new, decentralized systems, like mutual aid networks, localized food sovereignty, independent communication tools, and voluntary cooperation. True power belongs to us, the citizens, not the wealthy predators. We do not forgive, we do not forget. Anonymously Enlightening out.